Good afternoon. It's me, Angie from Learn Love Tarot, here to bring you messages of direction for your best and highest good using the energies of the daily moon cycle and of the planetary aspects surrounding us. Know that this message is timeless as energy is cyclical. So, whenever you find it is simply when you're meant to find it. If you do find anything contained in today's messages that resound with you, you feel a ping towards, or that you want to share with someone else, please do show me that by hitting the like button, double tapping that screen. Commenting especially helps, and I appreciate all your likes and shares. If you'd like to book a personal reading, that information is in the description box below. So, very interesting channel messages today. They came fast and furious, just like heavy metal does. Okay, so we're back to that foot pedal drum, right? The double timing. Hey guys, thank you so much for being here. We've got the only lyric I got was "Take My Hand Off to Never Never Land," and then of course that made me think of Peter Pan. Somebody's young at heart here, and I wrote down, "Where is Tinkerbell? She's your guide." Okay, she comes when you sleep and she'll show you how to exit. And then I crossed that out because I got a no, and it was she'll show you to the exit. So she'll show you to the exit door of some kind here. This is a door out of something that was very topsy-turvy, very up and down. And when I wrote down tossed around, question mark, I got my little ear beepy there to clarify that as a yes. And then as I was writing out the information for today's energy of the 9th, which is the Hermit, so we have a double Hermit energy because these two numbers are both nines. The Hermit still has some magic in his wand. And as I wrote that, a red-winged blackbird out back started cooing there. Hey, if you've never heard a red-winged blackbird, it sounds like, "Hey, pretty, pretty, pretty." I pretend it's saying, "Hey, you're pretty." So whoever needs to hear that, you're gorgeous. So whatever this new door is, whatever you've been tossed around, whatever this reading is going to show us today, this has been an up and down and then up again, probably quite a few times more. It felt definitely more than once. And as that bird was singing "Pretty Pretty," it was 9:36 a.m., which is a 99. So, passion is not one. So if we had 99 problems, whatever's happening now, you're fired up. You're ready to go. Passion is not one of those problems any longer. Let me know, guys, if you have any resonance with 1997. What were you doing? It was a total of 26, making it an 8-year. And normally that is a path of vulnerability, but I got the word counterbalance, a year of counterbalance. So let me know what happened in 1997 for you that perhaps this path of power energy related to our home change, our roots, maybe you moved. And then when I wrote, passion is not one, you have this in spades. You've got passion in spades. So if that feels like you so far, this is the reading, before a card is even laid. Now, the spades in tarot are representative of swords. So you've got honesty in spades, you've got thoughts in spades, you got learning in spades. You're like, "I'm done learning the lesson, Ange." Okay, you've done all you could do here. This is something you've been tossed around about, and with the spades being a sword, it could be that you've been tossed around by truths, untruths, by a lack of information that is still lying by omission. If you don't tell the whole story, or someone only gives you part of their story, and you find out later there was a whole lot more to it, that's a lie. It's a lie by omission, right? So this is all about truth. And then as I wrote that down, I heard, "Ain't that a shame?" And I was not sure if it was Fats Domino or not. So you'll see those question marks there and her hands raised like, "I don't know. I think that's it." I didn't get any other lyrics than that, but I did see a visual of a jukebox, and it was "push a different button." So I don't know when jukebox box changed over, or if there's certain types. I know now it's digital clearly, and you do it on your phone, but this was when you could push the number, and that was very specific. I don't know what time period that would be. If you know, please share in the chat there. Thanks, guys. And then now, if passion isn't the problem, what is? And I got the song. It's been a while. And it's been a while since you've been off to Never Never Land. It's been a while since you felt like you were free and flying. Maybe if you have been feeling lost, another Peter Pan reference would be the song Lost Boys, and lost boys like me are free. Okay, so if passion isn't the problem, what is the problem? And then that was like, okay, more lyrics of the Metallica song started coming in, Exit Light. And a few days ago, I literally drew on a 7-day, I believe, nope, on a Lover's Day, I drew a traffic light, and I had down a green door. So today I came in as a red door. Maybe you'll see both, okay? Exit light. And he also says in the lyrics, sleep with one eye open, the beast under your bed. And that was a connection to yesterday's hidden path energy. And I had drawn, these are already posted under the posts on my channel on the whole page. I drew a sand timer. And then because that was a path of hidden truth, we had 1998 yesterday, which was also a 9-year of completion. Okay. Now, and then after connection to yesterday's hidden truth reading, it's entering night, something to do with a grain of sand. And there is yesterday's energy. We had that grand water trine of our emotions. Maybe emotions are coming to a height now. And today, with today being a path of power, and that's the second door I've seen. Well, I'm like, duh. Okay, the 1010 portal for some reason. Exit light. It connects back to my 6-day, the Lover's Notes. And if you're worrying, stressed, or anxious with having anxious thoughts here, there goes a squirrel across the back. I have a rocking horse, and I wrote out crushing. I got corrected again, and it wasn't crushing, it's canceling out. The plus is improving, and we're manifesting. And as I was writing that and about the emotional water train and all this fire energy here, a fire truck passed at 10:36, which would have been another 9. So the 9 is coming up a lot, as is the 10 of Wheel of Fortune. So let's see where we go with our cards today. I know Uranus is changing signs tonight, or excuse me, not changing signs, changing lessons for us. So Uranus is going to be moving from 2 Gemini, retrograding back to the first lesson. And that lesson is a glass bottom boat reveals undersea wonders. The sea is representative of our higher consciousness, of our subconscious, our unconscious thoughts, the things that lead us around by our nose. Okay. And we've got clarity coming here. Sleep with one eye open. You can see through the subconscious. You can see through to the bottom of the sea. And we'll see where we go here, bottom of the deck. That connects to yesterday's message. 6 of Cups energy here. She is looking down a street of yesteryear, and this is a deep soul tie here in the very least, someone you've known for a very long time that you are no longer in association with here with the 5 of Pentacles. This is environmental energy. And then we have this balancing out energy. So, and again, instead of, I got corrected on that one word, like, right, tossed around, anxious thoughts, we're trying to crush those. Instead, we're trying to cancel them with balance. And you can see this fall energy here. And what are we balancing? jealousy, strife, and competition. Something where our emotions or our actions did not follow our emotions. There was some misalignment here, especially with the Five of Pentacles and Five of Wands coming in here. And then, yeah, here is this Emperor energy full moon. We just had the full moon in Aries, and it is attached to Capricorn energy of the devil, attached to some kind of fear. So maybe this was a fear of leadership or a fear that this destruction of the tower here in the past, you just could not get on the same page. But perhaps we were waiting until the full moon to surrender. Full moons are about letting go, raising your hands and saying, "We," and enjoying the ride. You get what you get when we don't throw a fit, because it took us 2 weeks to get up to the top of that coaster. And now we have that Scorpio energy of judgment call. There's the exit and there's the door. So does that like a green door to you guys? So again, connecting back to that Lover's card, which for all points and purposes, the Six of Cups is very much the energy of the Lovers as a minor arcana. Okay, let's go. That was the pre-shuffle. Let's see where we go here today. I get to go meet there's that Temperance energy, get to go meet a girlfriend out I haven't seen in a while. On the second page of my notes, when I talked about Uranus, which of course is the lightning bolt, it's the revolution, it's the surprise of it all. It's at 7:25 tonight, which is a 77, which is double chariot energy. It's like you're out of there, you're both out of there, your head and your heart are out of there. 7 and 7 is 14 of the Temperance card. Okay, you're afraid something would shatter, but energy is flowing once again. And there's our Peter Pan energy of that song, Off to Never Never Land. She's your Tinkerbell is your guide. So in this deck, this is the Angel of the Night, and the tarot deck is called Tarot of the Night, de la Nuit here. And she says, go ahead and rest. You've learned enough. You've done enough. And I got you from here. I'm taking it from here. Okay. You've learned enough. You've done enough. I'll take it from here. You are coming in as balanced energy here, if this reading is for you today. So I've been seeing a lot of those fives energy of change. It's like we already know this is something that is already going on in the collective. There's that King of Cups. That was another big symbol of today. For the sun, actually, sun in Libra, which is a retired sea captain reflecting upon all we have done. And then again, back into that Virgo energy. Hey, Miss Diana. Hey, Marcia. Hey, Brandy. Thank you guys so much for being here. Miss Crystal's here to join the party. Thank you guys so very much. I do appreciate and love you so much. Okay, we hadn't moved before, guys. The light of the full moon, we feared that whatever this change was, that they were going to see us leaving it, or someone was going to, our feelings were going to be revealed, whatever was hidden in the moon. Sleep with one eye open. Okay. And there's King of Swords. So there's our truth and our of this transformation coming in. Eight of Cups, walking away from emotions that do not serve. That was the third full moon we've seen so far. And of course, full moons are the top of the lunar coaster, where we put our hands up in the air because you're already on the ride. You're already on the ride. I know they are beautiful souls. All y'all are. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate and love you so much. The only reason that's kept me going, I swear. And I can't cry because I got makeup on. So our reading is ready here. 5 again, lesson learned. Peace be with you. I mean, the fives are all over. Fives are all over it. Okay, so you guys are coming in as the guru, the shaman, and the guide here. Basically, the world energy. Look at her face. F with me again. F around and find out and see what happens. Okay, Nine of Wands can be a repetition of a circular pattern. And she's like, I'd be sleeping with one eye open if someone was looking at me like that, wouldn't you? So the situation, card number 2, is all about a repeating pattern. Let's see where we're going to go with that. There's the Hermit. You done learnt your lesson here. The lesson is over, but what I've been seeing in all the readings is you know what you know, you can't unknow it, but you haven't done the physical part of movement away here yet. In the recent past, we had our angelic helpers here while we slept. She's saying we've got it from here, and look at all this spiritual energy that is connected here with the Hierophant and the angel of the night. You've done enough. So what this tells me about the situation of the Nine of Wands is you're done. You're not going to repeat this cycle. This is a new start right here. 3 of Pentacles. See what is in her hand. She's got the whole world in her hands, and she's learning how to use her magic in the 3D physical realm with 3 of Pentacles. I did have lots of 3s as well, continuing to come in. I wrote down also when this red door may appear, or where you felt tossed around. The solar plexus energy of the 3-day for the Empress is going to be Saturday. Today is a 1, Friday's a 2, Saturday's a 3-day. All right. So yeah, what I said already here, Ace of Swords of Truth. Again, coming in spades. What do you have in spades? Passion. You done learned your lesson on this. It was not a question of your own passions. Perhaps here with this repetitive 9 of Wands energy, why you're so exhausted, maybe you're taking care of your own passions, if you know what I mean. Let's see here. Okay, in the blocked position, communication. We have not communicated what the consequences of us learning this lesson is. 8 of Wands can be harsh communication because we'd see that in reverse. It can also be, especially with the purples in the energy and bookending the Hierophant, that could be that our third eye was not online, or it was not as clear, and it's all coming back to you now. Clarity is coming back to you now. You understanding the whole world's in your hands is coming back to you now. The triangle's a wonderful starting energy. And what Spirit needs you to know, 9 of Pentacles here, 2 9s, there's our 99 problems, but what ain't one? Passion. I mean, look, it's very, very opulent, beautiful single energy. So in the traditional deck, the 9 of Pentacles is a pre-empress energy, and she holds a, not a raven, it's another type of bird that means status. I don't think it's a raven. The raven is here, though, on the Hermit card. I just got my eyes drawn to that, like the raven's over there. But that bird, birds also represent communication and knowledge, right? So 9 of Pentacles, is that in our sky story still? I didn't think it was. It's not, because Venus has clicked over into the last decan of Virgo, which would be 10 of Pentacles. So Spirit wants you to know you're at the 9 as far as this love energy goes here. It's about using that wand. You got passion and spades. You got 9 out of the 10 wands, okay? And the truth is you've done enough. You've done enough. If you're ready for this new beginning, it's the act of actually doing it. Looks like it's coming here. There's the 4 of Swords healing and the timer, the sand timer. It's gaining cobwebs. You've healed long enough, guys. Bookending the Hermit energy, you're sick to death. And the truth, you're sick to death of healing. You're like, I've done all the healing that I can do here. There's the Moon, and she's in a ball gown, very princessy looking. In my notes, I was getting the visual. It was a lot of fairy tales. and you're done with some kind of fairy tale. You're ready for a 3D reality that feels like a fairy tale. The Two of Pentacles in this deck has a Cinderella little carriage in the back of it, and she's all dressed up for the ball, but she has not yet gone in. And we have Scorpio here in the Sabian lesson of an embassy ball, which is our willingness to keep open difficult relationships with diplomacy skills. King of Cups energy there. Now, this is about the display of power, though, in an aspect of keeping that there's a greater disinclination to attack a strong neighbor. So you're not doing this by fighting. You're doing whatever this is. You're doing it fair and square. It's very diplomatic. It just is what it is. Okay, it is what it is here. This healing, you're like, you might have done that in hiding or on your own time, but it's been a while. The Stained song. That was my second song reference. All three are in the description box there. Knight of Pentacles. It's been a long while. Okay. And even though this is a Knight of Pentacles, you can see her Sith here. So she's had to wade through a lot of Bolsheviks here. She's got some war wounds here. This was not a fun lesson to learn by any means. But with that Eight of Wands, again, you haven't communicated it yet. You haven't fully exited whatever this is, but it does feel like you've taken a long time to heal here, and you don't need to do it anymore. We already knew we didn't need to do it here in the past. It's only a matter of communicating what this new change is. If you're communicating that you are ready to be single or fly solo, Peter Pan, flights, birds, flights, truth, Ace of Swords right here. Let's see what's fueling all this energy. You're ready to party here because the lesson is learned. Check the box. And again, fairy tales, Alice in Wonderland. Okay. With the ups and downs. Maybe you felt up was down was up, big was small was big. No wonder I got an ear squeezy there because I'm getting it again. And with the passion, it not being one of your problems, you got 99 other ones, whatever this situation was, but passion isn't one of them. You have passion in spades for whatever this new energy is here at the heart of the reading, forming a new group. And then we have the Three of Cups on the bottom. That's our 33. This Three of Cups has to do with a renewal of love. You're filling your own heart's cup here. We've learned the lesson about fantasy. Okay, that it's just a fantasy. It's not reality. What's fueling this Nine of Wands and why you're not going around that cycle one more time is because you love yourself too much to put yourself through any more of this. Okay. Knight of Cups energy coming here to fuel the Hermit energy. Pisces energy fueling Virgo. Well, there's our North and South node. Up is down, down is up. Maybe you're a north-south node Virgo Pisces, but it's flipped for you and opposite of what's happening in the sky right now with North Node in Pisces. But that's a love offer. This is communication of feelings here. It could be you making this communication. That's the opportunity, right? Because you already know what you know, but for whatever reason, it had not been fully exited yet. You already know what you knew. You knew this by the full moon in Aries, okay? And that is fueling this this angel energy saying you've done enough. That's all. There's nothing more here you can do. And look at that, guys. Beautiful energy. The Magician fueling her little tiny, she's just learning here in this picture. And then you've got the Master Magician energy coming through for you today in the environment on a one day, the path of power. And she's even wearing a red dress. Again, that's our red root chakra association here. And you're not going through this past energy again. You've learned the lesson. And didn't we talk about King of Pentacles last night in the chat? That was hilarious. Was it you, Brandy? You're saying what is it? Something about a daddy, but in a good way. Like a sugar daddy. King of Pentacles is fueling the truth here. So Taurus energy again. There was a monster under the bed. One of yesterday's songs was Zombie by Queen Irby. And I was like, wow, because the moon went into Taurus yesterday. She's actually a Taurus sun sign. So this is about your own plentifulness. Okay. You have enough. You've done enough. You've saved enough. I want to see what the block is, why we don't want to communicate this change here to those outside of ourselves. So this near future energy, you understand the truth of your stability. Taurus is a bit risk averse, opposing Scorpio energy, which is not risk averse. They change for breakfast. And look, our judgment card energy came out here for the block. That was fueling the Eight of Wands. You already know it's ended the world, but you haven't communicated it yet. You haven't exited the green door, especially if there was a connection to the green light. The green light. You got a green light on this. Spirit wants you to go. Okay. You got the green light. The lesson's been learned. We got the most powerful card in the whole entire deck, guys, in the past. So you know what you know. You can't unknow it. It's just we have not communicated. Yep, she's got her mouth closed here. Bored AF. Billie Eilish, I'm so bored. Okay, Four of Cups energy fueling the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like I'm on my own anyway. I am flush with status, with my own, everything on my own terms. I never noticed she's holding a wand before. And then we have this magician here right down the center. They've all got something in their hand. They got the whole world in their hands. You've got the whole world in your hands. I mean, the heart of the reading, the generic description for magician is you've got all the tools in your toolbox that you need. Okay. I just don't know why we're hanging around or hanging out. You're standing your ground. You're pushing back on time after time. Cyndi Lauper. That was not the song yesterday. It was Cyndi Lauper's, let's see, All Through the Night. So another night reference, okay, about when we sleep. And here she is sleeping here. Maybe we're healing our, what's that word? Defensiveness. Okay. It does feel like stop asking me why I haven't shared this truth yet. It's in the near future. Stop asking me, Ange. Don't ask me why I'm defensive about this, why there's cobwebs, why I haven't gone yet, even though I'm bored AF with whatever that is. King of Cups, there's our retired sea captain today from the sun's energy. This is, again, skills in diplomacy with what's been hidden in our moon. Okay, it's been a while. Wow. All right. And then we have felt stuck and grounded. It's taken us such a long time. The Knights of Pentacles is the only one who makes it to his destination, guaranteed, because he's meticulous, right? Virgo energy. He's steadfast. He takes his time. And that's bookending the Hermit energy here with this as the outcome, part of the outcome energies. The reason it's taken you so long because you felt really, really stuck. So if by this last Aries full moon, outcome energy is all potential, guys. This is just saying what the potential is here, but this is a potential for you to make this judgment call turn that upright and get unstuck. Okay, so even though it's cups energy, emotional fragmentation, I'm scared, I'm unsure, I don't know which cup is going to have what in it. Sometimes you just have to leap, because what this is telling me is you've known this for quite a while, whatever this is for you. Yeah. Um, it doesn't feel good. 9 of Swords. It's you tossed and turned. All the nines here. We've got all 3 9s now, except for, let's see, 9 of Wands, Pentacles, Swords. We are missing Cups, wish fulfillment. You ain't getting it in this old situation. Not here. And it's clearly missing. You're clearly bored and you've got enough to move forward. You're going to be fine here. Yeah. You would love to just walk away unseen. Page of Cups is about reviewing all of these skeletons of the past. She's no longer a siren that pulls sailors down to the depths of the ocean. She has become a more mature page. Okay, and again, I got this the other night for y'all. We're gaslighting ourselves here. We're stabbing our own selves in the foot. Queen of Pentacles has the key. You're already at 9 of Pentacles. It's the next step here. And then we're on to Empress energy. Staying here is just going to continue to hurt. And we already had the angel of the night all through the night saying, "You done enough. This is over, okay? I'm sorry. Why has this, okay, yeah, afraid of the tower, afraid of breaking the news because it's gonna bust somebody's life straight open. I mean, if you don't go after your own heart here, though, you have to learn the 9th step. The hermit knows his heart. Okay. The hermit has been through all the steps. It's a long path. That's why most hermits and most decks are very old. Okay. Why is this taking so long? Why are we hanging out here? We either don't want to feel like we're abandoning something or someone, or we're afraid in this truth, something or someone would abandon us. Crossed by strength. That's about finding our own inner yin and yang so that macro can match our micro. Wow. This is not woo-wee. This is not easy, guys. But the heart is sending out a different signal now, one of maturity, one that is aligned and diplomatic in their energy. So if you have not felt your head and heart aligned and you're like, no, 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 it's just still too fragile, I can't leave. That's why I'm pushing back on you, Ange, and maybe being a little defensive, or maybe you want to click off the video because you don't want to hear it. But it feels like it's what you've already told yourself because it's been hidden in your moon. And all you got to do to get yourself unmoored here is just keep steadfastly going towards that truth, because near future you're getting there. The heart sends out the signals that it's sending. You should trust your feelings on this. Okay. If something has left you feeling empty, and I did say earlier, it's like you're doing it all yourself anyway, for whatever that means. You're doing it all yourself anyway. All right, crossed by strength. You can use the strength to pull yourself out of the 5 of Pentacles just as much as you can use your strength to remain staying stuck in something that doesn't feel good. Oh, and look at that. When we balance ourselves and the macro represents the micro, there's no more fear here. You understand that filling your heart's cup, Ace of Cups, is what makes the pentacles fall from the sky. They're spilling out of her pockets here. Now, when I was performing and still teaching belly dance, the hip scars, everybody's seen one, they jingle when you walk, but these were real things. That's what real people did, is tied their wealth or sewed their wealth right into the scarf they wore around their hips, so that all through the night, if in the night they had to make a fast escape, they grabbed their hip scarf, tied it on, and got the F out of Dodge. Why are we hanging out? Why? You know what you know. Whatever this is, you're bored to tears with it. Any more insight? Throwing caution to the wind there with that Page of Swords. Any more insight? What is still left here? Why is this judgment call not been made? Please clarify. A King of Wands. Maybe you're hoping the fire. There's the snake of transformation we saw come out for air charms. Leo energy. Again, that lemniscate, that balance of energy. What do we got in Leo right now? Not a lot. We've got one asteroid Apollo there. Who gets very close to, no, is that who's the one that gets super close to the sun? Apollo is the sun god, but the one that the wings that melt. Have we still not left this here? Maybe there's still a little bit of passion. Maybe that is the only thing that's left, because you got passion in spades. Maybe you have nowhere to put it. I see it. I want it. It's mine. Why haven't you left this? Because you haven't allowed your King of Wands to take action on it yet. Six of Wands. I see it. I want it. It's mine. Victory after a long battle. Guys, whenever you do take action on this, and follow what fills your heart up, and do not repeat and decide to not repeat the cycle, and look at what Spirit wants you to know, the cycle is behind her now. That portal's closed, and we got to be ready to step into the new one. You don't have to go, but just know if you do, highly successful, and it's wish fulfillment. This is pulling you out of the South Node here, pulling you out of Virgo's South Node. There is no right thing other than following your own heart here, your own victory, justice, balance. The true healing of that Four of Swords comes. There's a hummingbird here. Once you take action with all that passion that you have in spades here, I mean, 9 wands, she ain't having it anymore for whatever that was. And if it was the only thing maybe that was decent. It doesn't feel that way, though. It's been really hard to balance. Again, you already felt alone. So if we continue to stay there, we're going to stay stuck to whatever is hiding in our moon, as long as it's with diplomacy, maturity. You get to keep your status here. Maybe you're afraid of a loss of status of some kind. That's not what I'm seeing here. That'd be just fear. Okay, any other blocks to this, making this judgment call or voicing this truth? Any other blocks? Spirit, that's blocking this. Ace of Wands again. You've had if you had the kitten locked up here, the WAP or the you've had the WAP locked up, or the wand locked up. So this is spinster energy, Miss Haversham's energy of still being upset that life didn't turn out the way that it was supposed to. And the last reading, we talked about that quote, right? About being the Joseph Campbell one. You can't have a new life when we're still clinging to the old one here. So the block is that we haven't taken this action on our passion. It's our truth, guys. Your passion's closed off to this old situation. But I don't know, maybe you just got on HRT and you're like, oh, I feel me coming back alive here. When we're done with the spilt milk of 5 cups, I mean, Mars is already clicked over into the second decan, which is 6 of cups. We saw on the bottom, ooh, squeezy. We saw on the bottom of the deck, she was standing along a street that no longer exists. That road doesn't lead anywhere. Okay. And we can be mad about it all we want. There's not a damn thing you can do. We've got to exit light. We got to go into that light energy and look at her looking behind. She's got her lantern of the hermit. That's your opportunity here. She's holding the wands of the 9 of Wands of where she's been. And the truth of your passion, yeah, temperance energy here with that King of Swords. It's taken a lot. This is a long time. This is a long time coming. It's been a while. Okay, that's all I'm getting there. Let's get advice cards for you for each sign. Let me check in with you guys. Icarus, thank you. Yes, got too close to the sun and his wings melted. Hi, how are you? Thank you for coming in. All right, let's get advice for this reading. 45, a 9. Watch your words. That those spades, right? We talked about at the beginning, spades are swords in tarot. We have swords in the near future here. You can do this with diplomacy. It doesn't have to be nasty. Even if they're nasty about this change, about you flying the coop here, whatever this is, this truth, um, they'll calm down. They'll get over it. It was an illusion. It was a fairy tale. Okay. Like you've learned the lesson there of what's real versus not real. And with Daddy Sadie is in a fertile garden under the full moon. It's about fulfilling our desire. You're supposed to use your passion wand here. Okay. On the bottom of that stag spirit, take the lead. Yep. 8 and 5 is a 13. Take the lead. This is that old thing is done. I feel like it's just simply fear here. Okay. Forever this reading is for that you just haven't done you have it physically, you feel it in your feelings, you know it in your mind, your head and heart is aligned about this. You've learned the lesson. You have that truth still hiding under the moon here, and we feel stuck. So again, this last full moon, if that realization, you made a firm decision to walk whatever this is, 7 cups could be 7 more months of staying stuck, or it could be by the next full moon. So that would be November's full moon, which is going to be the Taurus full moon here. And we clarified King of Pentacles. Passion hides in the back. Okay. You're prioritizing other things, I think, than your own passion. And I feel like that needs to be flipped around here. Okay. The passion you've got in spades, use it. Okay. All right. That was for Libra Sun for us all. And again, tied back to yesterday's messages and also the last 6 day of messages with that green light. Okay. Scorpio. Geez, how many can we get for Scorpio? 36, 6, and 50. The 5 of change there again. So another 9. There is always enough. You don't feel like you have enough, but Spirit says, you got enough. Angel of the Night says, you done enough. It's done. It's a wrap. Beaver spirit, laying a solid foundation. That will be our Three of Pentacles in the heart of the reading. So again, could be by the full moon next month, this time next month, guys, that you're leaving whatever has bored you to tears, because who doesn't want to have the lovers and have their heart pour open and out? Who doesn't want to have money falling from the sky because you filled your heart's cup? There's nobody that says, no, thank you. So what is it? Only you would know. Rhino spirit here. Overcome any obstacle. I feel like November is going to be when you're overcoming this obstacle. Okay. All right. That's for Scorpio. Crossed by 20 of the dolphin spirit. There you go with the 20 card of judgment. That is Scorpio energy all day, every day. This and that are true. There are two truths. And again, we're trying to heal any kind of dualistic thinking that says black or white. That's true, while at the same time, it is also true. Okay. It could even be lovers here. I love my family and I love this person that does not approve of my family. I love my person and there's another person that I love very much. Okay. It's hard, or else you wouldn't be lingering. This is some kind of personal block that I can't get to for every single one of you, but it's definitely connected to voicing your judgment call. Okay, let's look at Sagittarius. Messages, ooh, tingles down from my neck to my hips. Watching your back. Spirit's got your back. Spirit's got your back. All right, where is Sagittarius for you in your own birth chart? Where's Sagittarius for you? What advice do we have for Sagittarius here? Thank you. Spider spirit. So another number 11. The end of the 11th month will be transitioning into Saggy season. And this could be when you're finally getting off the pot, as the saying goes here. That's the timing of this to make your dreams real, star. All right, crossed by 63, another 9, and ending, vulture spirit. Nothing is wasted. You done learned everything that you could learn. Okay. All right, that's Capricorn. Or King of Wands energy there, peacock spirit, let it shine. We've got a 10, Wheel of Fortune. Stretch your stuff here, Capricorn. Shine your light. Do not ever let anyone dull your shine. Again, energy of today with the 10, Wheel of Fortune, and breaking down to a 1 of the Magician at the heart of our reading. Okay, what's that saying? Never let them see you sweat. Guys, when your heart, turn on your heart light. Whenever your heart light is on, people are going to come for you. It's part of it. And we can't wallow in the why is everything so hard of it. Like, you have to just know that other people coming for you is their ish, not yours. It's not your stuff. It's about them feeling insecure in your light, because you're showing them what they're lacking here, Capricorn. Okay. Crossed by another 10. You got the 10-10 portal here. It's time to stop dumbing yourself down or stop dulling your shine for whoever is uncomfortable with it. Okay. Clear out the clutter. All right, frog spirit. That's a new leap, the full energy there. And maybe at that Aries full moon, you decided that you're taking this leap, but you just haven't done it yet. All right, that would be Taurus. Thank you. Chameleon spirit, Taurus. 14, act as if, our puzzle piece. Fake it until you make it. If you're uncomfortable here, Taurus, we saw that risk averseness, right? That could be especially true for you in Scorpio time. Let's see what we're crossing here. Change of role. Male to female, female to male, up is down, down is up. 53 energy there. Balance, watch and wait. Okay, so Aquarius, you're just kind of blending into the scenery, kind of going nothing to see here. I feel like you're one of the ones that's waiting here. What are we waiting on? I'm just going to kind of blend in and not rock the boat. I think that's okay for a little bit. Watch and wait. Leo energy of that King of Wands. So when I was trying to clarify, like, what are you hanging around here for? Because there was nothing left to have at that old place. And even if you don't know how to fill your heart's cup, there it is, feeling empty here. We got to step into the feelings as if we already have it so that we can manifest what it is that we do want. Some kind of role reversal. You've got down has to be up and up has to be down. Okay. But there is risk involved there with that energy there, Aquarius. And that's transformation, right? It's the whole opposite life than you could have imagined for yourself here. It doesn't feel like a scary outcome at all. It's just our mind interfering and being a little bit I don't in general from Seven of Wands, I don't get that energy of defiance or defensiveness, but there's a bit of it when anybody asks you, so why are we still at that job, or whatever the unhappy thing is that we're choosing to stay in, even though your head and heart already decided. Okay, after Taurus, wait a minute. Aquarius and Taurus, because the groundedness. I'm going to pull another row. Okay. Be spirit, sweet results await. Another row. And my eye just came back up here to that Hierophant. What does Taurus need to know here about this piece? What does Taurus need to know about their piece? Where's the Aquarius section of your chart? That is Pluto's transformation in Aquarius. If you're scared about this change, already put yourself in the energy of the change, okay? Taurus, you're not being loyal to yourself here. Dog spirit was coming out in reverse. And we're also not taking time out for this ending or to grieve something that's through. Got my Clint Bearwood here. Handsome little devil. Taurus, if this is a big risk and this lesson has already been learned, you got to go. It's kind of the whole point. You got to take that risk, Taurus. Okay. Be playful. 51, sandpiper spirit. 6 of the energy of the lovers. 5 of the change. I'm afraid of this change. Even if I have learned the lesson, I'm afraid of the new start. It's not as scary as you think there, Taurus. I think you're expecting the worst instead of hoping for the best. Okay, that was a little extra there for you for whatever reason, guys, whoever needed to hear that. All right, Gemini. Advice for Gemini, please. You guys hanging in there? Moving in the shadow. Yeah. Oh, does Jupiter rule the hips? No way. That's where Jupiter's in Cancer right now, and in my birth chart, it's sitting in my 6th house. I have little to no Earth except my North Node. How you like them apples? Okay. Like, no. I don't wanna. All right. Keep coming. Oh, Taurus. Okay. Third eye. Look at both of them have this third eye marking here. I'll get to Gemini, but I also skipped over Pisces. Are you trying to skip over a Pisces? Okay, Spirit has your back upside down, 23, and then this is a 30. Take a leap of faith. Before you can't skip a step. You can't skip the 12th Pisces house. You can't skip the soul's journey. Okay, you can't skip the spiritual lesson of this. The Eagle's Queen of Swords energy of coming up into a higher perspective. And Gemini, you don't feel like you can take this leap of faith, or you're trying to leap before you've done the 12th step. Trying to fly the coop or hop away. There's something else there you still need to do, Gemini. Okay. Uh, Again, it's not or, it's and. And if this is about for Gemini, it's about skipping steps of some kind. Just because you're bored, you still got to do the work. You still got to tell the person. You can't just hop away and ghost. Okay. Magic works through you. 52, very spiritual number of 7. And for whatever reason, you think you can skip this spiritual lesson wherever Gemini is sitting in your chart. Okay. Coming back around to Pisces. Okay. That was a bit different for Gemini. Well, the twin energy, right? You can feel one way one day and then literally feel completely different the next day. Pisces, there's a connection there. Is there a Gemini trying to skip? Is somebody trying to skip a step with you? So Pisces, time for a beginner mind. This is Porcupine Spirit, which is a 12. Pisces, the Hanged Man energy. You're also, again, resisting the North Node. You're resisting telling your decision. You've already decided. You're ready to take the leap of faith. Time for beginner's mind, but you haven't done that part of the action yet. Dragonfly there on the bottom. We've been seeing 22s like crazy for a week. Truth. Oh my gosh. Truth transcends illusion. Okay, Pisces, whether someone's trying to skip a step with you, or you're just like, I know what I need to do, but I don't want to do that. You got to do that. You got to do that. Okay. Like I said over here, that was all a fairy tale. It's not how the lesson is over. Real from imagined. All right. Boy, oh boy. Aries, please. It's so weird that Hemi goes straight to Taurus. It's like skipping steps. Hmm. Okay, Aries, Swan Spirit, time for a deep dive. 60, Lover's energy. And Otter Spirit, you are never alone. Another 6. I talked about 66 a couple reads back, getting your kicks. But this is more than surface here, Aries. I know you like to flit from flower to flower. Okay, and we get bored easy. But as this otter here is a heart, you get bored if you feel alone, but you're really never really alone. And you gotta either stay a while, there's a little bit more, you gotta go a little bit deeper here, whatever this is. Swans, again, lovers energy. You feel like you're missing your swan and you just was like, I went on a date and nope. Try to get past the surface level questions. Ask different questions here. You're bored because you're not digging deep enough with those questions. Maybe you're only asking surface level questions. Google good questions to ask on a date, right? How to get to know someone deeper and better, because no wonder you're bored. If you're only doing surface level conversations, then that is boring. I can't stand them. But this is uh definitely to do with some kind of love energy, but it feels very new, very dating, just dating. And it's like, I only go on one date, and if I don't like him, I don't give him another chance. Well, maybe you'd go out, just go out on a date because you can't stand to feel alone one more damn day. But then you don't go deep when you get there. Even if you're not interested, practice on them. Don't You got to be honest, and say you're not interested, but maybe more than a friend level. But you can still practice conversation skills. Okay. You got to try to go a little bit deeper and you won't be so bored. Okay, Aries. All right. We already did Taurus, Gemini. So coming up to Cancer, that was a little extra something for Aries there, flying out. Trust in the magic. I told you 66. And that was 66. White raven spirit. And I mentioned a raven there, that on the Nine of Pentacles, and also that the opportunity with the black raven there. I see a lot of people doing opposite energies. Up is down, black is white is black, so on and so forth. So trust in the magic, okay? That was for Aries as well. Hawk spirit on the bottom of the deck there. 266 is Aries. Cancer, another 6. Lover's energy. Sandpiper spirit, be playful. And there's the 14 of Temperance. Be open to infinite possibilities. Cancer, here you have regrown the leg that was severed. And now the world's your oyster here. It's a time of play, like just have fun. Healing's been done there with those lotuses. You've got all your legs back. You got your sea legs back. You're ready to go here, Cancer. Okay, especially with that beautiful water trine. Yep, that beautiful water trine happening right now. It has taken you quite a while. 14 Temperance. That has not been easy to alchemize whatever pain this was into wisdom, but you're ready to go back out and play again. Okay, Cancer. Be open to all the other possibilities. All right, Leo energy. Fours, Leo. There's Miss Peg. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate it. Leo. Okay. There's our squirrel. Okay, Leo, believe in yourself. And it was trying to come out in reverse there. And we talked about Leo, King of Wands. I see it, I want it, it's mine. But we haven't taken that action yet, because maybe this is just, you just don't believe it could happen. That doesn't sound like Leo. You're already holding a nut, so move your butt and get out onto that dance floor. Again, a 12 energy. You've been upgrading to higher consciousness here. And he has those floofy ears like flying squirrels. He's got the floofs. And you're sitting on the biggest nut ever. 9 of Pentacles. You're fine, Leo. You're fine. Stop being scared. 9 on the bottom here. Know your worth. That doesn't sound like you believe in yourself. Know your worth. So whatever Leo energies I'm talking to here, check just whatever placement that is in your chart, because that life area may be where you're feeling really self-conscious about this or bored. And that's where you push back on why you haven't made the change. It's really because you're not trusting yourself here to end whatever this ending is, because it's made you feel not worthy. This situation might have knocked your confidence, or having to make that decision doesn't feel great, and you're not trusting yourself. Who else can you trust? Okay. All right. Last but not least, Virgo. Virgo energy. What do you guys think of this? Did you guys check out the Axis readings? I've never done a reading like that before, and it was quite the undertaking. So I hope you did see that and enjoy that reading. That she'll tell you about all 6 axes on your chart and all 12 signs. Okay. So that was where this Aries full moon energy could be going, and just a further extension of that energy. All right, Virgo. Last up here, especially since that opportunity's the Hermit, and we have double Virgo energy or double Hermit energy and the numbers today. Okay. We already had that skunk spirit. Virgo 32-5, make the change. Let spirit be your guide. The dragonfly, another flyer there. Truth transcends illusion. So the 5 of change, the 4 of the emperor energy, and then we have a 2 antelope spirit. Life is speeding up when you face this truth here, Virgo. Trust yourself. If you felt like things were going super, super slow, we were stuck in that fairy tale or stuck in that illusion. There's the lion spirit again. Attend, be generous of spirit. However you have helped others in the past is going to come back to you twofold here. You've helped other people, you've piggybacked as a dragonfly, or you've let them piggyback on your ride. You'll get the payback, Virgo. Okay. You'll get the payback. And be peace. In reverse here, 21 energy. So if you are wanting peace, you've got to be peace to attract that peace, right? We've got to be or embody the energy that we want to receive. Love is all around here for this to change. If you want love, you got to be love. If you want your heart cup to be filled, you got to fill your own heart's cup. It's the same old story, right, guys? Okay, it is time for me to be off to see my girlfriend. I'm already late, but thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I feel like the tide's turning here, and at least your head and heart are aligned. We just haven't communicated that truth to whoever is the person or peoples that need to know it. But it's time, because it's keeping you stuck, whatever this is. Okay. Love you guys very much. I'll talk to you the next time. Bye-bye for now. Bye, guys.